Teddi Mellencamp poised to rejoin RHOBH. You would think Teddi Mellencamp had enough on her plate just dealing with metastatic cancer, navigating a divorce, and caring for her 3 children. But is she also considering a return to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? They might be in need of a new cast member following the sudden exit of Garcelle Beauvais. On May 14, Teddi called in to chat with the ladies on 2 Teeth in a Pod. Real Housewives of New Jersey star Dolores Catania has been filling in for Teddi amid her health issues. Dolo asked Teddi, "Are you coming back to The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills next season?" "I have no idea. No clue," Teddi responded. "I plead the fifth." Teddi Mellencamp played coy about RHOBH comeback rumors. Teddi joked that she wouldn't have anything to talk about if she returned to RHOBH. "I am just so boring. Nothing's going on with me," she laughed. "If I'm lucky, more of what's happening right now can happen to me. Then you guys can all see it play out, but truly I have no idea." Though she left RHOBH following season 10, Teddi has remained close to the cast, especially Kyle Richards. Reportedly, Kyle is the one who gave Teddi the motivation to end her unhappy marriage. She also gave her a place to stay when she first left her husband. After being diagnosed with melanoma in 2022, Teddi learned in February that her cancer had metastasized. Eventually, doctors discovered 6 brain tumors and 2 lung tumors. After surgery and radiation, Teddi has been undergoing immunotherapy treatment. It seems to be working, as she was able to give Dolores and Tamra Judge a positive update. "Last time, they had checked solely my brain, and those tumors are shrinking," Teddi reported. "Today I had the scan, where they checked my lungs, and they are shrinking. One of them has shrunk so much you can barely even see it." Happily, immunotherapy seems to be working really well for Teddi. "Her body is responding to everything," she said. She'll continue the treatment every 4 weeks for the next 2 years. Meanwhile, her divorce from Edwin RHOBH continues, following a pause during her health crisis. Though he rallied to her side during the emergency, they recently announced that Teddi's illness is not enough to keep them together. Is Teddi Mellencamp making a shocking comeback to RHOBH? The call that started it all, the sun broke gently over the Hollywood Hills, casting a golden hue over the city of dreams and drama. Teddi Mellencamp sat in her living room, a steaming cup of turmeric tea in her hand, as her youngest daughter painted her nails in pink sparkles. It was a scene of quiet resilience, a mother, a fighter, a woman on the brink of yet another chapter she never saw coming. Her phone buzzed. It was Tamra Judge. "Dolores wants to ask you something on the pod today," Tamra said. "You cool with calling in?" Teddi sighed. "Only if you don't ask me anything scandalous." Tamra laughed. "You know better than to trust me with that." And just like that, Teddi's voice was back on 2 Teeth in a Pod, floating into the earbuds in living rooms of fans across America. But when Dolores Catania, filling in as guest co-host, playfully asked if Teddi was returning to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, something shifted. "I plead the fifth," Teddi said, half laughing. That laugh, that pause, that very intentional ambiguity, it was the soundbite that would set the internet ablaze. Was Teddi Mellencamp really considering a return to RHOBH? Echoes of the past. It wasn't so long ago that Teddi walked away from the glittering chaos of reality TV. Her departure after season 10 had been met with both cheers and tears. Viewers were divided on the no-nonsense accountability coach, with a heart of gold and a spreadsheet of expectations. But off-screen, the story had taken a darker turn. In 2022, she was diagnosed with melanoma. The disease advanced quickly, spreading to her brain and lungs. Teddi, once so full of energy and determination, was forced to slow down. Still, she never stopped being a fighter. Between surgeries, radiation, and now a rigorous immunotherapy schedule, Teddi had become a symbol of perseverance. And amid all this, her personal life unraveled further. Her marriage to Edwin RHOBH, once a picture of reality TV partnership, buckled under the pressure. But Teddi kept going. Kyle Richards became her rock, offering a place to stay when things with Edwin became unbearable. The two women, who had formed a deep bond over years on and off screen, found themselves growing even closer. Kyle encouraged her to find herself again, not as a wife, a castmate, or a fighter, but as Teddi. Whispers in Beverly Hills. Behind the scenes at Bravo, the winds were shifting. Garcelle Bava's sudden exit from RHOBH left a vacuum. Producers scrambled to find someone who could stir the pot and warm hearts with equal measure. The word was out. They needed someone familiar, someone with a built-in story arc, someone who could jump into the drama and bring vulnerability. Enter Teddi. Rumors began to swirl. Social media exploded with hashtags. Bring back Teddi, RHOBH return. Fans dissected her podcast comments, screenshotting her every appearance with Kyle, her every cryptic Instagram caption. Even Andy Cohen threw gasoline on the fire during Watch What Happens Live. If she came back, we wouldn't be mad, he said with a wink. Conversations and contracts. The call came on a Wednesday. It wasn't just anyone on the other line, it was Erica Winston, one of the executive producers at Bravo. We want to talk possibilities, Erica said. The fans are talking. You're trending, and frankly, you've lived a hell of a story. Teddi sat silently, her breath caught between curiosity and anxiety. Would this be a full-time return? She asked finally. It's up to you, Erica said. We can start you as a friend of, test the waters. But if you want the diamond back, it's there. Teddi closed her eyes. She could hear her oncologist's voice in her head every 4 weeks for the next 2 years. She could feel her children's laughter from the other room. And then there was the dull ache of knowing that for the first time in 12 years, she was going to bed without a husband beside her. Could she really do this? Could she afford not to? Tamara's take. That night, she called Tamara. You serious? Tamara blurted. You're really thinking about it. I don't know, Teddi said. I mean, what would I even bring to the table? Tamara didn't hesitate. Are you kidding me? You're living a real, raw life. No fake storylines. No filtered marriages. Just truth. You'd be the most honest thing that show has seen in years. And the most fragile, Teddi said. Or the strongest, Tamara replied. And besides, every girl loves a comeback. The Kyle connection. A few days later, Kyle invited Teddi over for dinner. They sat in the backyard, candles flickering, wine glasses half full, the California sky turning lavender above them. They asked me, Teddi said. Kyle didn't even blink. I figured they would. I don't know if I'm ready, she admitted, or if I ever will be. Kyle leaned forward, her hand reaching for Teddi's. I think this time you're ready in a different way. You don't have to prove anything. You're not the same woman who left the show. You've been through fire, and you're still standing. That's power. Teddi swallowed hard. And what if I fall apart on camera? Then you fall apart, Kyle said. And you show people that's okay. Decision day. The offer sat in her inbox for 3 days. By then, Teddi had spoken to her doctors, her therapist, her kids, and even Edwin, who was surprisingly supportive. Whatever makes you feel alive again, he said. She opened the contract. Read every line. She didn't know if she'd be the drama, or the heart, or the foil. All she knew was that for the first time in months, she felt something. Purpose, maybe, or maybe it was just the thrill of being seen again. She picked up the phone and called Erica. I'll do it, she said. Lights, camera, rebirth. When filming began, Teddi felt the nerves, the cameras, the weight of old expectations creeping back in. But something was different now. She wasn't just returning to RHOBH, she was reclaiming it. On day 1, she walked into a lunch scene with Kyle, Dorrit, and Sutton. Everyone gasped. Teddi was back. Gone were the pastel blazers and type A energy. In their place stood a woman with a cropped haircut, a velvet blazer, and a look in her eye that said, "I've been through hell, and I'm still smiling." The conversation turned quickly to life. "How are you really?" Sutton asked gently. Teddi didn't hesitate. "Fighting, healing, divorcing, parenting, surviving, you know, the usual." Everyone laughed, and for the first time in a long while, Teddi felt like herself again. Not the cast member, not the cancer patient, not the ex-wife, just Teddi. The internet responds. The premiere episode of RHOBH Season 14 aired with record-breaking numbers. Teddi's return was the headline. Twitter, Reddit, and Bravo forums lit up with reactions. She's the rawness this show needed. Teddi's journey is inspiring. She's boring no more, she's real. Critics praised the vulnerability, the honesty, and the unvarnished emotional landscape she brought to the screen. The scene in which she removed her wig and looked into the mirror was hailed as one of the most powerful moments in franchise history. Suddenly, RHOBH wasn't just about feuds and fashion, it was about survival. The future of Teddi. As the season unfolded, Teddi's role expanded. We saw her balancing cancer treatments with co-parenting. We saw her trying to date again, awkward first dates, texts left on read, and all. We saw her laugh so hard she cried, and cry so hard she laughed. And we saw her find joy again,